Hey YouTube, what's up? Today is going to be a tutorial on how to draw my Ultra Instinct aura, and I decided to record it a little bit differently because I wanted you guys to see my hand movements. I'm sorry for the flickering that's going on right here. Because it's filmed, this is being displayed on the Cintiq. I tried the best I could to get rid of it, but I just can't seem to do it because I can't change the hertz on this. If you do know how to stop this flickering problem, I'd appreciate it if you could let me know, but I don't want to make this tutorial too long, and without further ado, let's get started into it. So we're going to make the background a dark color so we can actually see the aura, because it's going to be really hard to see it on a white background. So I'm just going in and using the paint fill, and then I'm going to erase that layer. And this is a tutorial specifically for digital art, so sorry for those hand artists out there. I can't help you on this tutorial, but for the future I definitely can. So if you would like to see a tutorial on hand, just don't be shy to let me know. So now, again, I'm gonna say this 100 times, I'm gonna sound like a broken record. Use layers to do these drawings. Layers are your friend. Layers are your best friend, okay? So the Ultra Instinct, it's going to consist of different shades of light blue and different shades of purple and like white. So, but that's more of a glow, and you get that. I'll show you how I get that. So there's gonna be this brush right here, which is the soft airbrush. I did not change any specs. This is the standard soft airbrush in Sketchbook Pro. Sometimes I like to use the hard airbrush when I want to speed things up. Again, basic Sketchbook Pro. And then there's this airbrush, which is another basic Sketchbook Pro. And we're going to use this as well, the smudge round bristle brush. This is also a default in Sketchbook Pro. So all of these are defaults, so you don't need to worry about that. And then lastly, we're going to use this brush. Again, it's a Sketchbook Pro default. It's under shape, sparkle. We're gonna use that, and yeah, that's basically about it. If there's any other brush that I use later, I'll just mention it. Oh, actually, yeah, we're gonna use just a random generic pencil brush or paint brush later on. But let's get started. So you're gonna make this layer under the Goku, okay? It's important that it's under the Goku. What you're going to do is go to blue, generally this turquoise, and we're gonna go really light up to almost white, but not necessarily white. The soft airbrush, get it, not too small. That's a little too small. That's too big. Let's get it like right around that size, which is, for specifics, it's about 50. And then you're just gonna go kind of squiggle behind it. Don't be too specific, okay? You want to be a little bit general, or not general. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. My mouth is just running, not really thinking. That's kind of almost what I want to say, is don't really think about this, okay? Don't do too much, right? Over here, that's way too much. Undo that. So you want to stay close to the lines and give it a little bit of variability in those bumps, and don't make it, again, don't make it a pattern on what you're doing. You want some randomness in this. And if I speed up the video, I will let you know with a little notification right there on how fast it's going. And this is one mistake that I've always had in terms of digital art is I would watch other artists and I'd see them do it in a certain amount of time, and I think I could do it in that time as well. That's a huge mistake that it took me a while to realize, and I was getting very frustrated with my work. Go ahead and go over, you know, don't go one round, go over it again. And I was getting really frustrated because I was trying to draw quick. I was trying to draw fast, and it was making my drawings not look the way I wanted. And you really just need to understand that the first 10, 20 drawings is not gonna be fast, and you need to take your time. Okay, so that looks good. We're giving it a nice glow aura effect. Already looks better than that, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do, on the same layer, let's add a little bit of darker blue and go on the outer side of what we just did. Maybe make it a little bit bigger, around 68, 70. And you don't want to do it too much again like that. Like one in that spot it's fine, but not all over. You just want to, I'm just lightly tapping, okay? Random motions. Okay, that looks good. Now we're going to add a more saturated. Okay, this is more saturated. Go more saturated and a little bit darker. And do a little bit less. Just in certain spots. We're just kind of like highlighting that blue a little bit more. Making it pop in a little bit of certain areas. Okay, now we're going to go to purple. Drag it all the way over here. This is a very blue purple. It's more of a pink purple. Go light. And same thing. Very random, light, not a lot of pressure. I mean, I'm barely touching this. I mean, I don't think this is pressure sensitive. It is pressure sensitive. Okay. Yeah, so light. Be light. Like I'm barely pushing. I'm just letting the pen sit on the tablet. You can hear me tapping, right? Okay, so that's looking a little bit better. I want a little bit more of a vibrant blue in there, so we're gonna make this super saturated, go all the way to the end, but I want it light as well. Make it a little smaller, and then kind of find some pockets that, like, this is a blue pocket right here, kind of like right there, right here, right there, right there, and kind of over here and there, and kind of just like highlight those little blue spots with more blue. Maybe we'll make it a little more saturated. And then kind of just add this on the edge, kind of like little S's, you know, like little squiggles. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're going to do, let's see, where do I wanna go with this? Okay, add a new layer. So just hold down, scroll up, add layer, go to normal, and go down to soft glow, okay? And we're gonna make this fairly light, okay? And we're gonna light blue. We're gonna make it real small, and we're gonna just kind of trace this white, almost white. It was like a very light blue, white glow aura around. Okay. Just follow the lines. Just make sure you stay within that white. So now this is going to make the aura come alive a little bit because we're giving it a nice glow. And you have to make a separate layer to change it to soft glow. You cannot change the normal one to soft glow. If you change the normal one to soft glow, it gave it a little glow, but that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna enhance it with another layer, which is why layers are so awesome. I'm not even lifting the stylus off the tablet. I am just going over. I'm still holding it down. All right, looking a little bit better, right? Definitely looks better to me. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is go again down to more saturated, and now we're going to glow this layer, but still stay on the soft glow. Just go over the blue with the blue and then the purple with the purple, making sure you have the soft glow on. And you can actually make this a little bit bigger and just, now this is making the blue really come to life. All right, so once we've done the blue, we're gonna do purple on the soft glow and just kind of go over the purple a little bit, lightly, and just make that pop a little bit more. Okay, once we've done that, we're gonna come back to the blue, do a really light blue, and kind of in a vertical motion go around Goku, because Ultra Instinct kind of has this look to it where it looks like the aura is kind of coming off of it in these little vertical hatches almost. And we're just gonna go around and do this this is on glow, soft glow. Go a little bit darker blue. And it's gonna give the white glow that we initially had a little blue outer glow. Then we're gonna take this soft round or smudge round bristle brush and kind of emphasize those lines and just flick it up and then down. And then we're gonna go back to the glow, almost white, and just again emphasize those lines. And then again with the smudge brush, go over where you really added those little peaks and just smudge it out and pull it. Okay, so once we've done that, I'm gonna add a little bit of purple in there. On the edge a little bit. And then a little bit of dark blue. Maybe on the non-glow layer, the normal layer, add the dark blue. All right, so now we've got everything that looks good behind Goku, and now we want to go on top of Goku because this aura doesn't really look like it's part of him. So we're gonna go to this layer and set it to linear dodge add. Do a light blue color, and it's gonna look almost white, and just kind of go around the edge of Goku and make that glow look a part of him. So now it's brightening up the actual edges of Goku, so it looks like he's in that aura. See, looks much better than that. Doesn't look a part of it, looks a part of it. And now we just need to do one more small thing to make it, because there's no blue and purple in front of them. So we're gonna go above that layer and turn it to screen. And then we're gonna pick kind of in the middle of the spectrum in terms of the blue and tone that down a little bit. And then just kind of make these, what we did for these patterns, just kind of go over random squiggles on Goku. Kind of don't do too much on the face because that's the focal point, so you want to keep the face generally clean, but you don't want it to be too clean, so you want to, one spot's fine, maybe two. And you can see how it's already looking like it's a part of Goku, and then darken that blue, so there's different shades of blue. Maybe make it smaller. And then don't forget the purple, because that's going to really stand out on top of him. Okay, now that we've had finished pretty much the aura, there's a little bit of stuff that we're going to do now to make it look even better. Is we're going to go down to our normal layer on the bottom with these colors, and we're going to select our soft eraser. This is again a default on Sketchbook Pro, and kind of just erase a little bit of the edges to bring out the black under it. And again, just focus mostly on the edges. But again, I'm not sticking to any specific motion or pattern. at all. All right, that looks good. So now what we're gonna do is add those little, I don't even know what to call them, but they're just like random shapes. Let's use this paintbrush. It's a Sketchbook Pro default. We're gonna make it real small. And we're gonna do a light purple, create a soft glow under the soft glow that we had. That's under Goku. Turn the opacity to about 70%. It's way too much. Actually, let's go with this brush. This brush it's pretty much the same thing as this brush. This brush, all I did was change the size, so it was really big. So if you want to see these specks real quick, here it is. That's basically all you need to know. It's just this brush with these specks. So there's a nice pressure sensitivity to it. So now what we're gonna do is add these little weird shapes and you wanna make sure that the opacity is really low, right? The opacity is about 23, 24, 25%. And just kind of and it's on a very lavender purple. And just create these weird little odd shapes. Some long, some round, fat, short. Kind of just do that all over. And you just kind of go all around. But for the sake of this process in this video, I'm going to speed it up and just copy some of them. Okay, and then some of them are not even full. I've noticed this. They're like pretty much the outline of these shapes, and they're hollow. So you're gonna make this real small and then kind of just draw the shape. And then have a little bit of pressure on one side, no pressure on the other. So it kind of gives a thin side and a thick side. And just go in and do that. Okay, almost done. We are getting to the end. So now what we want to do is go under the screen, make a new layer, do our sparkle brush, about size 23. Actually, you know what I've noticed is this size doesn't really matter unless you have the same canvas size as me. So let's just look at the canvas size real quick. 11.7 inches by 8.3 inches. That's all I do. So if you have the same canvas size as me, then you can use the same size for the brush. So we're gonna go to a light blue and we're gonna do a soft glow. Soft glow is a really cool tool, and we're just gonna do these little dots. And they kind of curve a little bit, so I want to keep that in mind. And then maybe make some smaller ones, and then kind of trail the larger ones that you just did with the smaller ones. And then lastly, add a layer on top. Go to the inking pen and don't forget to sign your name, and we are done. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give me a thumbs up down below, comment, and if you are new here, subscribe for more drawings, weekly drawings, and next drawing is going to be that realistic drawing that I was talking about in the body proportions tutorial. If you haven't checked that out and you would like to know how to generally draw better body proportions, go check that out. I'll see you next Saturday. Thanks for watching.